Today, we are continuing to add fractions with unlike denominators. However, we have put whole numbers into each of these problems. The very first thing I do when I subtract fractions with unlike denominators is find a common denominator. 5 times 4 is 20. So my common denominator is 20. How did I go from 5 to 20? I multiplied by 4. So I multiply my numerator by 4. And how did I go from 4 to 20? I multiplied by 5. So I multiply my numerator 1 times 5 to get 5. Don't forget to bring down your whole numbers. Now I'm going to subtract. 4 twentieths minus 5 twentieths is, oh, I can't do that. So I cross out the 3 and make it a 2. And I bring over a whole number fraction of 20 twentieths. I can add these numerators together to make my fraction bigger so that I can subtract. My new fraction is 2 and 24 twentieths minus 2 and 5 twentieths. 24 twentieths minus 5 twentieths is 19 twentieths. 2 minus 2 is 0. I do not need to write the 0. Let's look at one more example. I'll move down to C. First, I find a common denominator. 5 times 3 is 15. How did I go from 5 to 15? I multiplied by 3, so 1 times 3 is 3. How did I go from 3 to 15? I multiplied by 5, so 1 times 5 is 5. I cannot subtract 3 fifteenths from 5 fifteenths, so I'll bring down this whole number, but this one I'll cross out and make a 6. I'll take my whole number fraction that I borrowed and make that 15 fifteenths. I will add the numerators together to make 6 and 8 fifteenths minus 15, 4 and 5 fifteenths. Now I have fractions that I can subtract. 8 fifteenths minus 5 fifteenths is 13 fifteenths. 6 minus 4 is 2. The answer is 2 and 13 fifteenths. Mr. Neville, Ice Guy, mixed up 12 and 3/5 gallons of chili for the party. If 7 and 3/4 gallons was mild, how much of what was left was spicy? So the first thing I do is find a common denominator. I chose 20 because 5 times 4 is 20. How did I get from 5 to 20? I multiplied by 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. How did I get from 4 to 20? I multiplied by 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. Now I have to bring down my whole numbers. But I notice 12 minus 15 will not subtract. So I cross out the 12 and make it an 11. Then I bring that whole number fraction down to make a 20 twentieths. So I can add those numerators together. 12 twentieths plus 20 twentieths is 32 twentieths. My whole number is 11, and then I can subtract 7 and 15 twentieths from it to get 32 twentieths minus 15 twentieths, which is 17 twentieths. 11 minus 7, which is 4. So the answer is 4 and 17 twentieths.